Hello everybody and welcome back to Blaster Master 02. And we're getting towards the end. Even the game says we're getting towards the end, so it must be true. And it's about that time when Eve is starting to actually have more problems. Because that's the way it usually goes. Closer to the end, more danger. And speaking of more danger, that volcano is a problem. And in case we didn't have enough problems... That's right, he's here to mess with us again. Everything's bad! Okay, second fight with Garuda? Yeah, remember what I said the first time about Barrier? I meant that as a joke. But Garuda can put up a shield that can withstand some hits from your weapons. Also, his mines do more now in that they can reflect your shots and occasionally shoot out lightning bolts that have little damaging sparks travel across the ground. And I dodged that attack by jumping out of my tank. How about that? So, the best time to really do damage to him a lot of the time in this fight is when he's doing the Ground Rush move. As you can see here. Because at the other times, he's just not holding in a place long enough to actually take damage. So this fight is harder because there are a lot fewer opportunities to do real damage to him. So you need to make the most of the opportunities you do have. Aside from that, he doesn't really use many more new attacks than the first time you fought him. It's just that other circumstances have made things more difficult. However, he's almost done for, so there we go. Wait, what do you mean next time? So now we need to head to another planetoid. There's not much here except for that one boss fight. In fact, there are no actual permanent power-ups in Area G. You just have to fight a bunch of things. And by bunch of things, I mean the boss rush. And none of these are powered-down versions of bosses you fought previously. No, these are the whole thing. Which is kind of interesting because, as I've said before, your raw damage capabilities in this game never really increase that much, at least when you're using the tank. As you can see, these are all completely full-featured versions of each of these bosses. You just need to remember how you disposed of them the first time. So really, it shouldn't be any harder to clean up around here than it was the first time around. I guess the biggest divider, though, is that you have a lot more special energy, probably. And your health has definitely probably increased by this point. Oh, we don't want to lose our gun power. There's a lot more boss ahead of us. So yeah. Bad news, the bosses have not changed at all. Good news, the bosses have not changed at all. I'm not entirely sure why they did it this way, because Blaster Master 01 didn't have quite the fully featured boss rush that this one did. In fact, the only boss rush I can think of that's equivalent is really the one in Shovel Knight. And I know I make that comparison a lot, but that's because I give the Blaster Master Zero series and Shovel Knight about the same level of quality. So that's one down. And that's probably the longest of the upcoming boss fights. Though, my fingers probably hate me for underestimating the amount of mashing I was going to be doing in this video. Again, there is nothing really different here. They don't get new patterns or new attacks or anything like that. It is the same bosses. One of them gets a new look, though. Okay, that's one. Two. And not long for the third one. We'll just be taking that. Yeah, this one is the one that has a somewhat new look, and it also gets a name change. Instead of defend them all, it's in them all. And I've already talked about what the in them were in Blaster Master 01. And yes, you can reach the head from down here with your shots. And all we need to do is finish off the head and we're done. Oh, whoops, I went too far. Well, that takes care of all of you. What's next? More bosses. In fact, there's basically nothing but boss fights in this video. And none of these bosses are particularly difficult, though... well, you're going to see what happens at the end. That's one guy down. And it'd probably be pretty funny if it dropped another different mine sub-weapon. Next is Unknown Cell 46, and all previous principles apply. Throw grenades at it. Just keep throwing grenades. They'll kill it a lot faster than your gun, so just throw bomb. Though feel free to counter if it makes you feel better. Just remember, when the things come at you from both sides, concentrate on one side first, and that'll save you a lot of trouble. The thing is, no matter how you choose to do it, it's still a fairly lengthy boss. But we're almost done with it. And then there's this guy, our very first, well, area boss. Still not a problem. Not much to say here. We've already seen this guy, what he can do and what he can't do. So we just counter grenade, wave blaster, everything we did the first time. Our big advantage here is, though, that we have Energy Guard this time. Oh, that looks ominous. No, other thing. Yeah, the Reflect Shield might actually be a better option for this upcoming fight. Oh, it's you again. Not really, I've been playing through both games. Leibniz, are you jelly? I'm just asking here. Oh. Okay, second round with Leibniz, and he has some new tricks this time. First off, it's more or less impossible to counter his Lightning Whip. However, if you use the reflector on his spinning blade, it'll knock it back and hit him, and I should have kept using the reflector in this fight. The thing is, there is a counter window on it. However, you have to do it twice because he will dodge the first counter shot this time. His second set of new tricks comes when he reduces health a certain amount. Because then he starts calling in bombardment from Garuda, which is why I turned off on the acceleration rifle immediately. I wanted to cut short that phase as much as I could. Oh, you're being forthcoming now. Oh! Well, I guess we just have to beat Planage G. It shouldn't be that tough. Oh, thanks a lot. Okay, let's go for it. That does not look promising. That looks even less promising. That's bad. I'm just asking if that's bad, really. It's bad, okay. We've been through a few, I will admit. Okay, So, we need to fight a planet, and the way we do it is by jumping really hard on its face. You were made by gravity, and gravity will unmake you. So, there are a couple of features to this boss fight. First off, it doesn't really directly attack on its own. It's constantly summoning new mutants to fight us, because it is just a mutant planet. It has a population. However, if you leave the mutants alone, the planet will periodically consume any remaining mutants and restore some of its health, which means that this can be a very lengthy boss fight if you leave the monsters in this battle alone. The amount of damage you do per jump basically works on the same principle of how you restore your special energy. The higher you land from, the more damage you do when you jump on its face. As you've probably been seeing so far already. Because of all of the enemies here, it's pretty easy to restore energy. However, once you reduce it below a certain life threshold, the planet starts rotating underneath you, which means there's only a specific window where you can start to actually drop on its face and deal damage. So you need to be careful with how and where you time your landings. But if you follow what I told you, it should be gone in not too long. Well, somehow we did it. Yeah, we fought a planet and won. That's definitely bad. Well, this does not look great. Well, maybe saving Earth was in there too. So, from now on, we are going to be playing as Eve. I will be seeing you next time.